You stay with her every day, every 24 hours, every day for so many years. I lose my patience because of her disease. I changed my activity. I changed my feeling, my emotion. Of course, because we're husband and wife. So something more. I lose my social activity. I lose my exercise. And reduce. And I become kind of unbalanced myself. So I lose my temper. Later on, I lose my temper. She don't even get mad on me from the day one to last day. But on the contrary, I lose my temper. So that's very, very sad, very bad, behavior. At the later stage, I fully pray to the Lord. I say, Lord, I'm totally not worthy to be your children. I do what I shouldn't do. I'm your children. I suppose because you love us so much, and I don't even lose my temper, and even sometimes yelling to my wife. I'm not your children, okay? So I totally confess myself ever since, okay? Then I totally change. I become very active to my wife, more tender, more love, and make her have a comfortable every day, laughing. I play guitar. I sing a song to her. I bring her. I brought her to travel the world because I think there's no much time for her to live in this world. I have to. So I become more and more mature, and until she passed away last year. But I'm still feel sometimes in the middle of the night I still feel guilty. Those days I do the wrong things for her. But thank God to change me a lot and make me learn more through this disease of her. I learn a lot.
Talking to people like yourself, who, if you're interested in this disease, you take it without thinking I'm an idiot, or I did something wrong, or I'll never be able to live a normal life in these circumstances, and that's disquieting.
There's two reasons why Alzheimer's research has not gone further. One is the money. Okay, Alzheimer's and any research really is expensive. It's millions and millions of dollars to take some sort of research, a compound, from conception through phase 1, 2, and 3 clinical trials. So we as a country, we as individuals, I myself personally have donated to Alzheimer's research. So anyone, not just our government, can do it. And then secondly is getting people involved in research. So research participants. We don't have enough folks, control groups, meaning older, healthy people who contribute. We don't have people with MCI, mild cognitive impairment, which is a precursor to Alzheimer's, and we don't have enough people with early stage Alzheimer's participating in these clinical trials.
There are cancer survivors. There are no Alzheimer's survivors. And if we throw enough money at this and get enough young people interested in spending their research career in solving this problem and getting those bright brains from graduate school to get the grants to be able to research, we will solve this problem. There's nothing that we can't do technically if we set our minds to it. But the funding has to be there, and the promise of reliable funding has to be there. As young people decide what they're going to spend their life researching, are they going to research cancer, or are they going to research Alzheimer's? Well, the funding's always been there for cancer. So the funding always has to be there for Alzheimer's so that they can ensure that what they're interested in will always be funded. So funding is a huge issue.
I truly hope that we start to see survivors of the disease. That is the case in cancer, in heart disease, in HIV/AIDS. There are multiple ways to go after those diseases, but there is nothing right now for Alzheimer's. So right now, if somebody's diagnosed with it, the ultimate end is death, and we need to see survivors. So that is my hope for ending this disease.
My husband got the disease, and it was a done deal, and he knew that, and my children knew that there was no cure for this disease at present, so there was nothing that you could do for them except to hopefully have them fill out the rest of their life in a reasonably comfortable position. But the reason why we do advocate is for the future, for the younger people, for my sons, for you ladies. It's a terrible disease, and to see a loved one go through it is very difficult, and it hurts the entire family. My sons, had a hard time seeing their father become really a very disabled person, and it's very hard to do. And my youngest son was a young man in his 20s. His father was not able to attend his wedding. His father was not able to attend his graduation from graduate school. His father has been gone and never met his grandchildren. So a large part of my children's lives was destroyed by this disease, and that they no longer have their father to share their life with.
My hope, of course. I personally suffered this ordeal from the start to the end, 10 years. I have all kind of up and down, tears, and emotionally, physically changed. Myself, I'm talking about myself. Of course, she changed a lot, better, worse than me. So I do hope the sooner the better. The sooner the better. Can any organization or any person can find out the total solution to stop this disease, can cure this disease. That's it's a blessing for the people who suffer this disease. You know how many people suffer this disease? So far, 5 million. Only U.S. 5 million people suffer this disease, and the 1,500 million people have to take care these 5 million patients. How many resources, how many time, how many efforts have to put in, how many, so that's a lot of output. So I do hope, my personal do hope one day, and this day should, I wish, I hope will come soon, to stop, to end this disease forever. La la la, la 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 la, la la la. Oh, when the sun go marching, oh, when the sun go marching, Oh dear Lord, I won't be the lumber. Oh, when the sun come on, oh, when the sun go marching, oh, when the sun go marching, oh dear Lord, I won't be alone there when the sun go marching.